Hey everybody, it's Dr. Tim. I am here with Kirsten. We wanted to share with you one of the perks of being a patient in our practice. So as you guys know, we use a body composition device and technology that is literally the most accurate device in the world. They use this particular device for like government research, animal studies, you name it. So it is the most detailed scientific printout of your body that I've ever seen. So it's pretty incredible. So we offer you actually a chance to do this test if you're a patient in our office every 60 days. And that's pretty cool because, you know, we all have fitness goals, you know, dietary goals, lose body fat, tone up, all these different things. We all have that goal, even subconsciously maybe, right? So how do we keep track of that? Well, there's two terrible methods out there, actually three terrible methods out there. One is your weight scale. A weight scale tells you nothing, okay? So saying weight loss is a goal, it's kind of silly, honestly, right? Fat loss is really the proper verbiage for that because losing weight could be water, could be bone, could be muscle weight. We don't want to lose weight, we want to lose body fat, but your scale won't even tell you that. What if I'm 5 pounds lighter, but I've gained 10 pounds of muscle and lost 5 pounds of fat? Well, that's huge progress, right? But I'm actually heavier according to the scale. So you can't really track progress without a technology like this. The other side of that is, what if my scale stays the same? Let's say in 2 months from now, I'm still 180 pounds, right? Well, how do I know I didn't lose 10 pounds of muscle and gain 10 pounds of fat, right? That's not progress. So the only way to really track this on a very sensitive level, we can track to the pound your muscle, your bone, your body fat. That's how accurate this is. So if you want to take advantage of this, we offer this to our patients. Get tested every 60 days. We will literally know if your exercise, if your diet, if all those things are working for you or not versus guessing. Now that's the first bad way. Don't step on a scale. With a scale alone, without a technology like this, it's almost worthless information. Now let's go over BMI. What is a BMI? That's your body mass index. That's typically what you would have had measured in your medical doctor's office or sometimes personal trainers or other tests. That's a worthless test, you guys. Let me explain why. Never pay attention to a BMI. Let me give you an example, Kirsten. If we have two males standing in front of us and they're both 6 foot tall and they're both 240 pounds, let's say, okay? One of those gentlemen could be 5% body fat, one could be 35% body fat. Their height and weight are the same. According to a BMI scale, they have the same BMI. Obviously, that's worthless information then as well. Now, percentages can also be misleading. If we have a percentage of something, right? Everybody, you know, I was a personal trainer for 6 years. All of us tell people about their body fat percentage. Another example, let's say we have a 200-pound male again, and let's say he's 25% body fat. So this is a percentage example. 25% body fat of 200 pounds means that that gentleman has 50 pounds of fat in his body. Right? 200 pounds, I'm 25% body fat, that equals 50 pounds of fat. Here's the problem with that. If that gentleman goes and starts lifting weights for 12 months, really hard, 5 days a week, but doesn't change his diet, right? We all know diet is more going to affect my body fat storage or release, and we know resistance exercise is going to affect the bone and muscle gain or loss. So let's say he just goes to the gym, he puts on all this muscle over the next, let's say 12 months. And let's say he puts on, 25 pounds, let's say 50 pounds. Let's get kind of aggressive with this. 50 pounds of muscle over that 12 months. He used to weigh 200 pounds. Now he's 250 pounds, but he didn't change his diet. All he did was gain muscle. His fat is still 50 pounds, okay? Still has that same 50 pounds of fat, which you would think, right? 25% body fat. Well, because he's 250 now, his body fat percentage actually got lower in that example. He didn't lose any body fat though, and it showed that his body fat percentage got lower. So that is also misleading. So a weight scale, your BMI, and a body fat percentage are all really not very good indicators. Honestly, don't even look at them because it's not factual information, okay? So if you want to take advantage of this, it's incredible. We wanted to pull up a patient here that has gotten amazing results for a little over a year now. You can see her body fat chart. These are pounds of body fat, and these are pounds of bone structure, these are pounds of muscle. So you can see she's done incredible. She listened to us, right? So her body fat literally constantly went down and down and down in a healthy, safe way over time by just modifying certain things in her lifestyle, getting her on certain supplements, getting her eating a little bit different. It wasn't anything aggressive at all. It wasn't a crazy 30-day program or anything like that. It was a process over time, and that's how we want to lose body fat. But here's the cool thing. Look at her bone and muscle. She has maintained literally almost all of that through that whole process. Kirsten, I've never met somebody that's been through some of these major weight loss programs where they maintain their muscle and bone. If somebody loses 30 pounds, traditionally, this is a report out of Money Central magazine, I believe, but basically they show the average person that loses 30 pounds over a 6-month period, they lose 30 pounds, and that's great, but a scale says, great, victory, 30 pounds lighter. The problem is when I measure those people with a technology like this that's accurate, They don't realize they lost only 10 pounds of fat, they lost 10 pounds of bone and water, and they lost 10 pounds of muscle. 20 pounds that they lost, they shouldn't have lost. It was healthy material. Now they're sicker. They have less good metabolic active tissue in their body. Weight loss is never the goal. So this technology will allow us to keep track of what you're doing and how it's doing it. Is it safe, healthy, and effective? So Kirsten, what else does this cool tech, how long is this report, by the way? How many pages is this report?
It's a 13-page report, very detailed, but just like you mentioned, it's a history. So every 12 adjustments when we do progress exams, or even if patients want to do this every so often, every quarter, it's keeping track of their history. It's also looking at hydration levels. And what do we talk about hydration? We're talking about hydration within the cells. Are our cells hydrated? Are they retaining that hydration? So it's a very detailed report. It's a great way for patients to track their progress and make sure that they're trending in the correct direction.
Absolutely, and you just brought me to another good point too, because hydration is not just the amount of water you drink. That's actually not even the important part. We all drink water, we all eat foods with even water in them. The important part is, where is that water going once it's in my body? There's two compartments. Intracellular, so picture a water balloon, that's intracellular. All the water inside that balloon is intracellular water. Now we have water outside of the cell, outside of that water balloon. Well, when you see a pregnant woman with the edema, the puffy ankles and things like that, that is extracellular fluid. So technically, she may have enough water in her body, it's in the wrong compartment. It's not in the cells, it's outside of the cells. That's not where it's supposed to be. So what determines that? It's not the amount of water you drink, it's minerals and electrolytes. That's more important. Most of us are not getting enough of those. So this allows us literally to track all of that at the highest level possible. We don't have to guess. So if you want, just take advantage of this. Just ask us to do this every 60 days if you're a patient in our office, and we don't have to guess. Let's test, not guess. So enjoy.